you saw my mystery box earlier on in the week, but I am back from Wales. I'm in London. And I've been here since, when is it? Thursday. Yay! So I went for a little bit of a wander yesterday, all the way down to Swiss Cottage. I didn't film anything, but I have been around and about. And my eye, if you've seen that my eye was, you might not have seen that actually. I don't know where I'm posting anything anymore. I've been doing a lot of things on TikTok and Instagram and things like that. Moving around the social media. Will-o-wisp, a social media butterfly. But not so much on YouTube. Although I've got a video tomorrow that this format with the landscape format of a long walk that I did. Hello, how are you, Fox? 7466. Yes, how are you? I know you've interacted with me before, but I don't know whether I've read your username up. So yeah, tomorrow. Hello, Philip. Yes, so I've got a video that I had put up for members for a couple of days, and it's going to be premiering for everyone else 12:30 tomorrow, which is Monday. And I've also got various different formats of the same sort of stuff because it was a very long walk. It was 6 hours, so I've still got loads of stuff to do. The thing is, the shorts, a lot of it's more portrait than landscape. So all the landscape is going out tomorrow, but all the portrait stuff, I've got lots of little videos. So I've put a couple on YouTube Shorts, but YouTube Shorts, you can only have 60 seconds. So for the portrait ones, it's better to have it on TikTok, which ironically, in a way, TikTok used to be for tiny, tiny videos. You can put up to 10 minutes of footage, so I can put loads of stuff there. So that's where I've been doing them now. Oh, thank you for my one thing. So I've got my London guitar back. I was just tuning this just before. It's a little bit dusty being in the back. My London guitar, not my Welsh guitar. My Wales guitar. It's not actually a Welsh guitar. My Wales guitar is a slightly different format. It's a lot smaller. It's a half guitar, but it's not. Woo! Not actually half the size. Can't get it all in. Just if I go like that. Whoa! Look, you can see my lovely guitar. Well, I've lost somebody already. Is that Fox that I've lost? Or is it just not showing up? So, yay! This might not be in tune, but I was just tuning it a second before I went live. So, yeah, so if you want to keep following me, then Instagram or TikTok. I've also got stuff on YouTube, but it's all very different. I'm trying to move it around, and I've got Twitter as well. I'm everywhere on the social media. And you can look at different things that I do because it's very important not to put the same thing on 2 different platforms. But most of the Instagram is the same as the TikTok. But most of the TikToks, just TikTok as well. But I don't know. It's very swell. I'm getting a blister on my thumb from playing this guitar because it's wire guitar. It is a metal guitar, not a nylon guitar, and I'm used to a nylon guitar. Whether the sound is any different, I don't know, but it's still some way to go before I can play the guitar. Playing the guitar, I cannot play the guitar. My thumb is very sore, but my eye is much better now. You don't know what I'm talking about because you're not following me on other social media, but if you were, you'd know that my eye went all funny earlier on in the week, and that was very weird because I went for a very long walk. The very long walk was on Tuesday because we were having flea spray in the whole of the house, in my parents' house. And then on Wednesday morning, after my very long walk, I was so tired. And then on Thursday, I was packing early on in the morning, and the way that they'd sprayed the place, they'd sprayed all the surfaces, and you could see sort of little white patches of and they said not to mop it up or anything, little white patches on my suitcase, which I thought nothing of it, but I was packing, and I must have put my contact lens in my eye. I don't know what happened, but I was like, I can only half see what's going on. It was like everything I could still see, but everything was dark. As if I was like looking through a tunnel. I was like, what's going on? So I took my contact lens out and I put it back in, and then I thought, it's not made any difference. And I looked in the mirror, and this eye here had the tiniest little pinprick of a hole, which was very strange indeed. So I went to I almost didn't think I was going to get it back because we phoned the optician and they said we can get you in at half, but you have to come and see somebody just in case. We can get you in at 3:30. And that was when my coach back to London was. And I was like, no. But then they phoned a little while later and said early. So I went to the optician and had all the tests done. And by that time, my eye was better because they told me to take the contact lens out. So I just had glasses. My glasses are taped up. They're not good. They're very old prescription, and they're taped up with sellotape because they don't. There's no way for them to stick because the arms of the glasses are not made for the rest of the glasses because I got them from Specsavers and they broke very early on and they wouldn't fix them properly. But they said and they screwed these arms on, but they snapped off, and I'm just like, oh, because they were so expensive at the time. Anyway. I was told off yesterday for giving a lot of backstory. It's like, yes, skip to the point. It's like, I'm sorry. Oh, somebody said, I know all of that. I've read all about it on Facebook. It's like, well, I don't know what people know and what people don't know, do they? I don't know. It's the trouble. I'm all over the place. And I don't know what I've told people, and I don't know what they know. I have to tell them what they need to know. And if they don't want to know it, then that's not my problem. Thank you very much. That's very nice. But that's an interest. That sounds like a Cat Stevens song. That's very nice, but I don't know what I'm doing at all. Anyway, my eye's better. It got better very quickly, and it's been not problematic since. But it was a little bit strange. So that's what I've been doing this week. And yeah, I didn't do anything on Sunday. So there's a couple of days I didn't do it. I didn't do anything on Wednesday because I was tired. My eye went funny on Thursday and I was travelling. I walked all day Tuesday. Friday I did nothing. And then Saturday I was just wandering around. And all the buses were shut. All the bus stops were shut. So I had to run a long way to get a bus. So I was all sweaty. Can't afford to have baths anymore or showers because all the electricity prices have gone up, so you have to bathe in a pond if you can find a pond. But they've all dried up because of global warming. That's it too. The pond here that had frogs in it, there's no water in it anymore because everything has gone wrong. No, everything has gone wrong, and there's no room for anything. So it's all kind of a little bit. To spend any money that I get for bills, so I'll try not to spend any money for bills. Hello, Keon. Bills are very expensive. Why are they called bills? Does somebody called William own them? And does he get thrills from charging so much? Bills, bills, bills. Oh, Shakespeare, why did you charge us all so much? It's all gone into the sky. Too much. Yes, too much. So yeah, follow me everywhere and you'll get the whole story, and then I won't have to do all the backstory and get told off for over explaining. I've the sort of videos that I'm getting served on the algorithm, on my For You page are very much, I seem to be on neurodiversity TikTok, and so I'm watching a lot of things about all different sorts of neurodiversity, and I'm like, but my brain is normal, and not that's ableist, isn't it? I was thinking that my brain was just sort of average. I don't think it is, but I don't know. Anyway, normal's a very bad word. I shouldn't have used that. That's not what I meant, because I think it's fairly clear that whatever, I can't say that I am. Whatever that means anyway, I don't know. I've been called normal before and I was very, very offended. It is a bit of a horrible word, whoever you're being described as. Who is even normal? Does it even exist as a thing? Somebody called Norman normal. Somebody called Bill normal. What does it even mean? I don't know at all. But I'm beginning to think that nobody is whatever it is. Nobody is at all. It is a stupid word. It's a stupid word. Yes, I was very offended. I went to a party with friends, and somebody said, "What is Elise? What is what?" And my friend said, "Oh, she's just normal." And I was like, "Oh, that outrageous. And I got very drunk on peach schnapps and very ill the next day. Because I was like, drink the peach schnapps. That's over-explaining. You didn't need to know that. But I brought some peach schnapps and nobody else wanted it. So I was like, drink the peach schnapps, everyone. Look how lovely it is. Here, I'll have some first. And I was so sick in the morning. So sick in the morning. Do not do that ever. Do not bring it to a party. Student parties are the worst, especially if you're drunk on peach schnapps. So I've never drunk it ever since. And it was like, when I was a student, it was like, whoa, what a lovely drink. And then after that, it was like, no, never, ever, no. Nailsea, I don't know where that is. I don't know where it is. Has it got a snail? Has it got a nail? Has it got a C? Has it got a C? C. G, C. C. And that's not a C. Anyway, I'll put that down. Yeah, so I don't know what. I know I've insulted everybody in the world. Oh, no. So I don't know. But, yeah, everyone's saying that whatever you end up with, the algorithm that you end up with on TikTok it's predicting who you are. It's a witch. It's not there's anything wrong with being a witch. It's a mystical thing. I've actually got a lot of like mystical people and political people and lots of identity politics and neurodiversity mainly. And I get a few memes, but it's mainly defending people and serious stuff. The stuff that I actually produce is not serious stuff, it's stupid stuff. So it's like I'm on two different separate planes. Here's my stuff, which is stupid, and here's the stuff I watch, which is very serious and profound, and it tells you all about yourself and philosophical and political. So I don't think that it really knows who I am. It's confused, but I am getting this certain same sort of people, so I'm following a lot of people. So yeah, I don't know, I don't understand it. Anyway, somebody said that it's a terribly insidious thing. Thank you, I'm glad to be back in London. I don't know how long for. I'm gonna bide my time. I don't know. I just looking at my room and going, oh, I've got a lot of stuff. I've been here for a long time, and I came to London with like 2 bags. In my little 2 bags, and I found a place to live, and I kept moving, and every time I've moved, it's grown. I've got so much stuff, and I need to get rid of it all, because I've got lots of clothes that don't fit me, or that people have given me that I never suited me in the first place. But I was looking at them, I was thinking, got to get rid of some of this, got to give this to charity, got to get rid of it, and I'm looking at it going, I don't know what to do with it, there's too much stuff. And so many books. I'm like, can I get money for the books? Probably not. But I don't want to get rid of the books because I like the books. Have you read the books in ages? No, I haven't read these books. I don't know what to do with them, but I don't want to just give them away. But I don't know whether I'd get any money from selling them. I was like, all the stuff, material stuff. And I think, you know, what with the cost of living crisis coming, if I can sell any of my stuff to make any sort of money to carry on living, that would be nice. But I don't know whether I could get any money for it. It is hard. It's like, why have I got so much stuff? What am I going to do with it all? Oh, I've got to downsize. I don't know, Terry. I don't know what's happening. What the future may hold. It's all up in the air, isn't it? Who even knows anymore? Who even knows? But things change in unexpected ways, and you never know where you are with anything, do you? So I'm just really thinking, if I can make money from the things that I've got by selling them. But the trouble is, everybody else is thinking the same way, because everybody needs money to live, and everybody's selling their stuff. So it's very much a buyer's market, but nobody's buying. It's not a seller's market, and it's not a buyer's market because nobody actually wants to buy anything. So I don't know whose market it is. It's a nobody's market. You can't sell it because you can't get anything for it, and you won't buy it because you've got no money to buy it. So what? No. Yes, I bought into the whole, if you buy gold and silver, it's fungible. And then when the catastrophe comes and it's the end of the world, then you can sell it and live and buy a house, because apparently in South America, if you had an ounce of silver, you could buy a house. I don't know whether that's true. Probably not. And also, who's going to buy it? And also, because nobody wants it. It's just odd people that have got this. I mean, I bought a couple of silver coins because I like silver and I like coins. I've been collecting coins since I was a kid. It was like, oh, that's pretty, and they got designs on them. I got one that's got Superman on it, and from Canada, and nice Australian animals, and they're like, they're so pretty. But what I paid for them, I looked it up, and what I paid for them is about what they're worth at the moment, so I wouldn't make any money from them. But the person I bought them from has ever since then kept me on their mailing list, and I get the most ridiculous, I've said this before, I get the most ridiculous emails with all these conspiracy theories and ridiculous stuff on them that I have sent straight to spam. Every now and again I look in spam and I go, oh, I'm still getting those. And it's got absolutely ridiculous headlines. It's like, I'm not even gonna, it's like, what is the connection between buying gold and silver and being a total Fruit Loop? Quite high. So, I'm like, oh, what does this say about me that I had bought these things in the past? But now I don't know what to do with them anyway. I've left them in Wales anyway. They're not here. They're in a safety deposit box somewhere safe. Somewhere, I can't remember where I bought them now, so they're not here anyway, so I can't really do anything with that. But I've got books that I maybe some of them are valuable, but those things where you get an app and you scan them and you go, oh, this is worth this thing, and they're not worth anything. You go, this book that's really precious and great, and it's got so many illustrations, how much is this worth? A penny. What? So what? No, nothing's worth anything anymore. But I'm trying, because I've got a big collection, because I have got a little bit of a pack rabbit. Is it a pack rabbit? A pack rat. Not pack rabbit. You don't have a pack rabbit. What's a pack rabbit? A pack rat mentality where I buy the things and keep the things for the rainy day, the emergency situation. So I've still got a lot of cans of stuff, canned goods, and indeed some stuff in the freezer. If the freezer doesn't go down, who knows what's going to happen. There might be power cuts. My parents' freezer, they accidentally unplugged it apparently, so they woke up to a puddle of a wash of puddles in the so that's probably ruined all the food in there. So is it a pack rabbit? Pack rabbit. So that's ruined their food, and that could happen any time. Increasingly so with the situation as it is. It's the biggest drain on the power, isn't it? So cans are better if you have a can opener. It's not an electrical can opener, and it's stuff that you don't have to heat up, because we won't be able to heat anything either, and it's getting cold now. It's getting to the winter and everything's gone wrong again. But I've got a blanket that I got for Christmas 2 years ago, so that will be my emergency supply. I will have a can of chickpeas and a little fork, and I'll be eating it from the can. And I've got some soup, some instant soup, but you need to boil a kettle for that. So you need fresh, lovely water, and you also need to heat it up. So you need power. So what I can do is pour the powdered soup all over my chickpeas for extra flavour. And then wrap up in my blanket, and I'll be yum, yum, yum. I'm all safe, like a little bug in my little rug, eating my chickpeas with my powdered soup. Hey, we're all in it together. So that's my basic plan at the moment, because I don't know what's going to happen really in the future. And I have been applying for like day jobs and stuff, but it's like, whoa, nobody's got back to me about that. What am I going to do? I don't know. It's a good job I've got so many chickpeas. 16 weeks till Christmas. Yes, that's true. I go home soon and visit my parents again. I might go at Halloween. I don't know. My mum's birthday in 2 weeks, so maybe I should have just stayed until then and come back after that. But I just wish her a happy birthday and stuff. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. What is it like? Oh, everybody's in crisis at the moment. Oh, and this country, we can have a new prime minister tomorrow, and everybody says that they know who it's going to be, and they're probably right. So I've seen lots of people going, our Prime Minister and the name of the person they think it is, and it's always the same person. It's like, oh no, it's a done deal. And it's all like, there's a crisis, terrible things are going to happen, but they're going to save us at the last minute. They're going to go, no, I'm in power. Here's things that will save you that they could have just mentioned in the first place. So people weren't worrying so much about it. And it's probably not going to be very good, and it's going to be pretty bad, but not as bad as you had originally thought. So you're going to go, hooray, at least that's something, and you're going to be very happy with scraps, the scraps that they throw you. It's like, oh, we've taken away your house, but here's a brick. Oh, you go, joy, at least I have a brick. I am saved. I can use this brick, and I can rub it against something to make a fire, and I can live under it. It will be my shelter, my brick. Hooray, you have saved us all. So, all good, isn't it? Oh, yeah, exactly. Very, 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 very stupid person. I mean, we've had some doozers of prime ministers. Doozy doozers. Doozy doozers. The last 3 or 4 have just been, what is that? They just get worse and worse at every iteration. It's like, oh, at least it's not, oh my goodness, oh, can this get any worse? And the answer is always yes. Whatever the situation, can this situation get worse? You go, yes, it can always get worse. Things can always get much worse, much worse, much worse, much worse. Is it going to be good? No, it's not. Is it going to be great? No, it's not. Is it going to be mediocre? Well, it might be if we're lucky. We might get something out of this. Not very much at all, but things can always get worse, and that is the point of life, that you have to be grateful for what you are given, because whatever you're given is going to fall through, and when you think that everything has gone to the wall, and you cannot get anything at all, you will find that things can always get worse. They can, no, things can always get very, very much worse. And they will, every single time. It is, it's a more grown-up guitar. Look how big and mature, and yes, it's much. It rings, it rings, it rings, it rings. It's almost as if it sounds like a real guitar, a real guitar. Everything is going to get much worse. It's going to get worse, so much worse. It's going to just... But maybe Lily blow. Did you see my mystery food box? This is the mystery food that I got. It's worms and worms. It's blocks of worms. This is suet blocks with worms and worms. Because I had originally ordered it from my mother, who feeds the birds, and it was supposed to go to Wales, but it came here by mistake. So, yeah. Dried mealworms. It's always fresh. Ooh, a food on its own. Well, I'm saved. It's a food on its own. They're like gummy worms, only made of actual worms. They're worms for the birds, mealworms. You can, if you've got live ones and bred the live worms, apparently, for 5 or 6 generations, until you were absolutely sure that they were getting fed fresh food, like the scraps of carrot and stuff, and you knew that they were nice and fresh, then you could start eating them. But as they are, you don't know where they've been. They're only safe for birds. So if it really comes down to it, a lot of people eat them. They are delicious. They are like bait for fish. They're delicious and crunchy and edible for humans, but these ones, because they're bird grade ones. And also, even if you're a vegan, you go, well, I'm not eating living things. It's like, yes, no, But eating these things might save the environment because they're very eco-friendly. And yes, they are living things. Well, these aren't living things. They're pretty dead. But in terms of protein, if you want to save the planet in order to do the most good, you're still eating a living thing, which obviously if you're a vegan is a bad thing. But they've got no central nervous system. They're just worms. But you're like, but they're still living. I know. But it's a question of degrees, isn't it? It's how much bad can you do? How much not bad can you do? They are a lot of protein. They're completely protein. They're packed with vitamins and minerals. So they are looking into that for school meals. I mean, ages ago when I was teaching GCSEs, I was doing tutoring. I had a book of different essays to look, and there was a load of things about eating insects, and all the students were like, "Oh, nobody really does that." And I'm like, "No," but they are looking into that now because it's come to that. They are looking into making burgers and things to sell in for school meals, so the kids can eat worms. So you're going down the garden eating worms. There's a whole different meaning to it now. Everything tastes great if you fry it. They are quite delicious, actually, crunchy. A lovely bar snack. If you go to, it's like, no, not the peanuts. I'm going to eat the worms. So it really does depend what you want out of life, doesn't it? If you want worms, eat worms. Worms, it'll save us all. Wormsy, 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 worms. Exactly, worms will eat us all. You're very true, Philip. Worms will eat us all, so you may as well eat the worms. Eat the worms. It's a question of degrees. Do you think you will eat fleas? No, you will not eat fleas. But will you eat worms? Will you eat worms? Will you eat worms? If you have to, you might have to. I might have to too. And I could just about do it. Could you? Oh, it's a question of degrees. Yes, you should think about it because we might have to think about it, really. Sugar-coated worms, I don't know about that. But I've eaten a scorpion. I've said all these things before. This sort of, you've told us this information. It's like, I've told everybody. I'm at the point where I've told everybody everything there is to know. I'm like, have you heard this story? Yes, is the answer. Yes. And I never wanted to turn into this person because people that were like this, that told, well, that's weird, that told the same story over and over, I would go, no, I never want to be that person. I am that person. You always become the thing that you most fear. What can I say? It's just, it is what it is. But if I keep doing things, maybe I've got more stories. The life is about the story. Is just, and if you've got the continuity and if you've got the continuance of the story, the worst thing is if you just stop. You've got nothing more to tell, so you have to keep telling the same story because there's no more stories. You have to keep making the stories, make them all the stories. New story, hooray! But it sounds like the old story. Yes, but it's not. That's the important thing. Just keep going. Get all the stories in the world. So I have to keep doing it, keep getting stories. So the people, there's members of my channel, I will probably put up something about Camden Market soon and Camden Lock. I've heard that Camden Market is not as good as it used to be because it's all gentrified. But there might be something to see. I will go there in the week and I will film it and put it up for members only, and then a week later you will all see Camden Lock. But first of all, the people that are members need to get their content first. And Patreon, please, as well. If you are on Patreon, let me know what you want, and then I can put that up before anyone else. But then it gets to everybody. But I don't know. I'm just trying to find ways to make money in the future. I need to make money. I thought maybe I've said this before, I thought I'd get so mega famous on TikTok within the week that I would get money from their creators fund. But then somebody came up on my For You page going, does anybody ever get money? And they've apparently got millions of people. People have seen all their videos, millions of people, and they got £21 over a year. So I don't think that's going to save me, even if it happens, which at the moment it won't, because you need more than 1,000 people. And I certainly do not have that. But if you are on TikTok, please follow me for all sorts of updates that you can't see here. There's every platform. I'm going to put something different so that you have to follow me everywhere. Go, ha! If you want to know, you have to go there. You have to go here. You have to go there. Some of it's doubled up, but most of it's not. So I do need that. I did have some, but nobody bought it. So to be quite honest, if you look back on my videos, I had a mermaid shirt and I had stickers with vegetables on them, and I had clocks with pears. You could buy a vegetable shirt. You can buy any of that on Redbubble. Redbubble, I have got merch. Does anyone buy merch? No, they don't. I've also got novels and poems available on Amazon. I've got merch galore, merch galore. Has anyone bought it? No. Years and years and years and years and years I've had the merch. Has anybody bought any of it? No, they haven't. That's the answer to that. So, and also there's an awful lot of commission on any of these sites. So even if you do have merch, I mean, if you pay for it in advance, then you've just got a big warehouse full of stuff you've paid for that nobody wants. So at least I haven't done that. But no, I do have merch. To be honest, I have. And yet, if you go on my channel page, you'll see there is a link, and you can see that there are things that I have put up. Yes, all sorts of pretty flower pictures. I did photographs of flowers, and I did pictures that I drew with my own hand, and all sorts of fun stuff. And a poem in the shape of a pear that you can get on all sorts of stuff. And has anybody bought any of it? No. A mermaid on a shirt. Has anyone bought any of it? No. None of it. And the Green Man, loads of it. Has anyone bought any of it? No. So it's all very well. I have got it. It's just obviously not good enough. So I don't know about that really. But yes, it would be a good idea. If I had enough of a fan base for that to work, then that would work. Like, is it Amanda Palmer? Is that her? She's married to Neil Gaiman. Is that her name? Anyway, she made loads of money from merch. But it's, she's obviously higher profile than me. You have to be fairly high profile for people to buy the stuff. Yeah. So it's a thought if I was more famous, but if I was more famous, then I'd have other things going for me, and I'd maybe have all sorts of deals and all sorts of stuff. But I haven't got any of that, and so I've got none of that. And it's a bit circular, and that's just how it is. So it is what it is. I am going to try and get some more videos done everywhere, all the platforms, some of it on YouTube, some of it elsewhere. Just find me everywhere you can. Look for me. I'll be all elusive, and you're like, oh, look, there they are. I found them. Yay. The search for me. Not the search for you, the search for me. Search for that person there. This person here. Or you might not, but you could if you wanted to. All right, I am going to go downstairs and have a lovely cup of tea now, and wait for something amazing to happen. It's not going to, but it might. You never know. So I will see you very soon. Thank you very much for joining me. Bye-bye.